Now, you might recall last year with all the difficulties for rural Australia arising out of the bushfires, I spoke to a bloke from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Sam Penny. He went to the rescue of cheesemakers affected by the bushfires. Amazingly, they weren't getting JobKeeper because of the demand for cheese. See, we punch above our weight in producing some of the finest cheeses in the world. Sam Penny came up with the idea that he'd package the cheese in little boxes, beautiful stuff. Each has got a message inside it, and he called it Cheese Therapy to rescue cheesemakers affected by the bushfires. In their communities, of course, they were making the cheese, but bushfires were destroying the customers. Well, now, post Christine Holgate, good old Australia Post, who knows what that board is on about, have announced they'll stop delivering perishables as of June 30. There are a stack of small businesses who rely on Australia Post to help run their business, but now Australia Post is knocking them off. Sam joins me. Sam, thank you for your time. You're running an online cheese delivery business from the Sunshine Coast, aren't you? Cheese Therapy. Now, you're not the only producer of perishables, and who'll be destroyed by this, won't you?
Oh, that's right. Thank you very much, Alan, for inviting me on. This draconian ban by Australia Post is ridiculous. We've been shipping cheese around the country for more than 5 years. Last 12 months, we've done 55,000 orders around the country. And for Australia Post to bring this ban in, coming into effect on the 30th of June, is going to kill off so many small mum and dad artisan producers around the country. It's a direct attack on these small businesses. And I just can't believe that this is happening.
No, I can't either. What about fresh flowers, for example? Is that the same thing? It's a perishable?
Oh, look, Alan, it seems like it's a blanket ban.
Yeah.
In actual fact, Australia Post haven't even contacted us to tell us about this ban. The first I heard about it was 2 days ago when Cheese Therapy showed up in some news reports about us being perhaps the most affected by this ban. And still to this day, 2 days later, we haven't had any contact from Australia Post. All we know is that there is a ban, a blanket ban of perishable goods through the Australia Post service. It's ridiculous.
Well, the last time we spoke, I should tell our viewers, Sam was supporting the Just Like Jack charity to help children with disabilities. Jack was 10, or is 10, has cerebral palsy, spastic quadriplegia. He can't work, talk or eat on his own. So this is the sort of bloke Australia needs, rolling up your sleeves and having a crack. How do you plan to talk some common sense to Australia Post? I've spoken already to a couple of federal government ministers today who thought I was making it up. So there is general anxiety down there. How do you talk some common sense to Australia Post?
Oh, look, that's the first step. Firstly, trying to find the person who's responsible for making these bans.
I know.
They're such a big organisation and we still cannot work out who the right person is.
No. Well, look, we'll keep in
Alan,
touch.
There are thousands... Yeah.
Go on.
Sorry, there are thousands of small businesses that are directly affected by this. And most of these artisan makers are in regional and rural areas. Yeah. You know, when our regional areas have had to suffer drought, bushfires, COVID, this is really the final knife in the guts and then a big twist at the end. Yeah. This will kill off thousands of businesses and affect all of those consumers out there who rely on Australia Post to support these small businesses. It's an attack on hundreds of thousands of Australians, Alan.
We'll keep in touch. Look, I have already done something today about this. We'll see where it takes us. So, Sam, keep in touch. Cheese Therapy, it's a wonderful product. Thank you for your time. There he is, Sam Penny.